Hello everybody, welcome to the channel. It's Steve Callaway, Steve Callaway 1 on YouTube, and we are here with Angelina Jordan. Morning wake up, June 1st. We're into a new month now. Where did May go? This is the Zippity Zappity 2025. And we have 4 new reactions for you today. We've got the 2 on the left. The first one is a new video that was just posted a few days ago. The other one, the next one is not a new video, but I saw it and I thought it was worth bringing back again to you guys. And then the next 2 are more poetry from Grandma Mary. Excuse me for a minute. Peppy, can you be quiet for a little while? No? Pippi says no. Hopefully she'll stay pretty quiet throughout here. So let's go ahead and watch the first one first. I do a little commentary there at the bottom, so I don't know why I put myself down there. It just seemed to fit better. Let's go ahead and listen.
Kiss me out of the beaded barley nightly beside the green, green grass. Swing, swing, swing the spinning step. You wear those shoes and I will wear the dress. So kiss me beneath the milky twilight. Lead me out of the moonlit floor. Lift your open hand. Kiss me out of the beaded barley nightly beside the green, green grass. Swing, swing, swing the spinning step. You wear those shoes and I will wear the dress. So kiss me beneath the milky twilight. Lead me out of the moonlit floor. Lift your open hand.
Angelina is just so good that it's unbelievable. How can she do every song she sings? How does that touch me in some way, my heart? But it does. I've been a fan for 9 years now, and I've been trying to figure that out for 9 years. I better switch occupations. I'm not a psychoanalyst or whatever. But yeah, I'm a carpenter, but I work at a marina, so go figure, right? Anyhow, Angelina's just her voice is just incredible. You know, are there singers out there that are technically better? I guess. What do I care? They don't touch my heart. You know, I mean, I can listen to them and they sound okay, but you know, I mean, it's like a lot of times, you know, put the radio on in your car when you're driving and you get to your destination, you know, whether it's a few minutes or a couple hours, and you likely you can't remember a single song you just heard on the trip, right? Because you're not really listening to it. You're just having background noise. Now, there are occasions when, you know, I don't know about you guys, but I sing in my car sometimes. So if a song comes on that I know, sometimes I'll do that. And other times I turn the radio off, I just sing to myself. Why? Because I'm easily amused, I guess. Anyway, thanks for watching, guys. We'll see you on the next one. This one's been out for 4 days. I hadn't seen it before, so I thought I'd share my first listen with you guys. All right, have a good day. Bye-bye. Yeah, so it's just more perfection, more beauty, more everything from Angelina. And next is, this is a video I've seen before. This is Angelina at a this is called a sound check, and there's no audience there, so that would prove it. But there's she's way there. You see her right in the center of the picture with a guitarist, and she's going to be singing. What song is it now? Well, you'll see in a minute. I just did these videos. I can't even remember that long. Fly Me to the Moon. It's Fly Me to the Moon. I kept thinking Blue Moon, which I just did a video on a little while ago. So, it's Fly Me to the Moon. And what's neat about the video is they've got a video of Frank Sinatra basically kind of introducing her in a way. But he doesn't say her name, but it's kind of just cool to see Frank Sinatra and his reaction to the 1969 Journey to the Moon. So anyway, let's go ahead and watch this one.
Ladies and gentlemen, I had one of the greatest thrills of my life. I watched 3 men fly to the moon. And imagine their surprise when they found out that I was there 2 nights ahead of them. And so, to all the gallant and brave men, the astronauts who made this mission impossible possible, I respectfully dedicate the following.
Fly me to the moon, then let me play among the stars. Let me see what spring is like on Jupiter and Mars. In other words,
This year, ladies and gentlemen, I had one of the greatest thrills of my life. I watched 3 men fly to the moon. And imagine their surprise when they found out that I was there 2 nights ahead of them. And so, to all the gallant and brave men, the astronauts who made this mission impossible possible, I respectfully dedicate the following.
fly me to the moon, then let me play among the stars. Let me see what spring is like on Jupiter and Mars. In other words,
Of all the singers that could have been chosen for this event, Angelina was chosen. A lot of my commenters, my fans, and my subscribers on my page, actually quite a few of them, are wondering why Angelina isn't world famous. I don't know the answer to that. I don't pretend to know the answer to that. But I have trust and faith in her family to guide her down a path that will be beneficial to her in the long run. What do I mean by that? Sometimes when people get thrust into celebrity and they're not used to it, it eventually sinks their hooks into them and they end up in not a good place. Imagine you're a huge celebrity and you can't go anywhere really without planning the whole thing and having security possibly. And people always want to take their picture with you and all that kind of stuff. I mean, it's probably really kind of fun at first. But can you imagine that going on your whole life pretty much? I think her family has done a wonderful job of raising her so far, and I believe that will continue until indefinitely. And they're providing her the guidance she needs. Angelina doesn't have the benefit of having lived all this stuff yet. And I think Grandma Mery has, I think, been in the public eye with her art for some time, so she knows a little bit how to handle it. Usually artists like Grandma Mery aren't well known as far as by face. So you can go out in public and maybe, some people will recognize you and some people won't. But, Angelina's on stage in front of whoever wants to watch most of the time. And like she puts this stuff on YouTube. I mean, anybody can click on her picture and watch her sing. And she could be going anywhere, walking down into a place, and somebody say, "Oh, you're Angelina Jordan," that can be a lot to handle, I think. So why go slow? Because if I can remember somebody said, I don't know who said this. Somebody said something kind of like this. I probably got it a little bit askew, but not too much. If you took all the money in the world and you divided it equally amongst all the people in the world, in a short period of time, all the people that had money before will have it again, and all those didn't have any won't have any again. And part of that is because when you have money and you've earned it by your own efforts, it means a lot to you. That these are the fruits of my labor, and the hard work and all the stuff you run into along the way of creating something and building yourself up. All that stuff prepares you for the things you're going to run into when you have money. Because everybody thinks that you have money, so they should give you some, right? But even if there's countless number of lottery winners that are broke in a few years, and some of them regret having won the lottery. Even there's a couple of different sources you can look up on YouTube, and I think there's a book and a couple of things about these individuals. They don't know how to manage the money, so they go crazy. They buy all kinds of stuff they don't need or want, and it's not a good investment, and they end up with little at the end. That's too bad, But because of the theory of if you work hard for it, you treasure it more, and if you don't, it's like woo 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 party time. So yeah, how does that relate to Angelina? Because I think they're building her up slowly. This is my belief. I don't have any evidence to support it. They're building her up slowly and let her getting used to that environment where people come up to her and ask for a picture and all that. And eventually, hopefully, Angelina will be able to lead a very happy life, and not a life of feeling like she's imprisoned in her house. Because if she goes outside, the people are out there waiting for her with the cameras and all that. So, and Angelina seems to love it now, and I'm sure she does. But I can imagine that gets old after a while. You can't go and do anything because you have to bring an entourage with you. That's not a good thing for, I think, especially a young person who wants to be free and explore life a little bit. So, anyhow, that's just my thought, and I know I'm dragging it out a little bit, but look at this. I don't know how old she was here. I don't remember exactly, but she's not grown up yet, fully grown. But she looks like she's somewhere in the maybe 12, 13, 14, 15 area, I would guess. I don't know. And I guess this was a sound check. According to Angelina, she left a comment over here from my sound check in Mexico. So this was a sound check. It wasn't even a performance. And her voice is just spectacular. There's nothing like it. There's nothing like her voice. And I've said it before on many videos, where has Angelina not been? It'd probably be a way shorter list than where she has been. And she, it's the things like she sang twice at the Nobel Peace Prize, right? Awards. Once when she was 10 and once when she was, I think was she 17, I think. And who does that? who gets invited back? Nobody. She's the only one. So, and so is she a celebrity? She is in small circles. Is she world famous? Yeah, she is around the world known, I believe, but not the majority of the population. Most of the people nowadays are in for the scantily clad young ladies up there moving it around up on stage, and some of the lyrics are just, to me, they're disgusting. They don't have any positive message. Not every song, not every singer. I don't think I'm trying to bash a whole genre of music. There's good ones out there too, but there don't seem to be the predominant ones. So anyway, that's enough. Steve, cut. Okay, I'm out of here. Thanks for watching, guys. Have a good day. Bye-bye. Okay, the next two are two more poems from Grandma Mery Zamani Mozart's. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to play those back to back, so I won't talk in between. I'll talk to you at the end, okay? Let's listen. So this is another video by Mery Zamani. Let me play it. I haven't seen it before, so let me play it, and then at some point I'm going to get back to reading it for you. Let's see what we got for play when it's played. Okay, I'm going to read it. When I get the part where the arrow is, I may have to stop and go back and make sure I get all the words right. I haven't been doing that part very well. Like sometimes I guess and I get it wrong. So, yeah. Well, already this is a work of art. Sarah is, of course, a work of art. Also created by Mery Zamani. I'm going to be Mary's spokesperson. So anyway, let's go ahead and read the poem here. At your threshold, don't surrender your hair to the wind. The wind is far too tender to carry this kind of longing. Don't hide your face. Even if the moon forgets to rise, the window will still gaze without blinking. Don't speak. Here, I got to stop it for a second. Okay. Don't speak to me of mountains. I am no hero. But inside me, there is a stone that cracks a little each time I hear your name in silence. Don't be a flame if you're afraid to burn. Here we light each other with glances, not matches. Don't shy away from the bitter cup. Sometimes sorrow stirs gently in an afternoon cup of tea. If you don't come, even the birds will forget how to sing. And if you go, the trees will keep the shape of your footsteps in the folds of their bark, like memories carved into old wood. Here, beneath the hush of soil, your voice still flows, and I still water the world in your name. All right. So it sounds like well, I'm not going to speculate. I think it sounds like, somebody has left or missing in the life of someone else. I'm not sure if this, because Sarah's in the picture, I don't know if it's about Sarah or if it's about Mery, maybe both, I don't know. But anyway, another beautiful poem, very thought-provoking, very profound, quite deep, I think, but also very, the way things are said is very unique, I think. It's poetry. All right, guys. Thanks for watching. We'll see you on the next video. Bye-bye. Hello, everybody. Back with some more poetry from Mery Zamani. Let me go ahead and read it to you. It's one picture in this particular video, and this is the picture. So we've got Angelina and Juliet coming out at the end of a concert for a group picture, it looks like to me. And I probably was at the concert, but that doesn't mean I remember all the details. So let me go ahead and read it for you. No longer have the strength to charm. Mery Zamani, Mozart's. Once I tossed my hair into the wind, so you'd lose yourself in the storm of my seduction. With every breeze my dress would tear like silk, my voice a drunken bird, intoxicated not by wine, but by your gaze. I said, come, stay tangled in the threads of me, for I was the enchantress who turned your night to dawn. But time came with cold hands, and autumn entered uninvited. Now not even the mirror knows me, and you can't bear the snow upon my hair. No more curls to tempt, no more voice to sing. I sit alone, weaving silence on the loom of what was. I have no strength left to charm. If my life passed in unawareness, if loving you was my ruin, then laugh, smile, rejoice at my unraveling. I am no longer on any path, no longer a hunter of hearts. Whew. Man, how I'm 70 years old. How this is so touching, moving, and familiar. Okay, I wouldn't use all these words like this, but this is Grandma Mary's poetry, and but the descriptions are so real, authentic. The way she says things is just, well, she's a poet, and I'm a carpenter, but it's such a nice to hear it all. It also hits home, really close to home. So let's move on, guys. Thanks for watching. We'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye. Okay, I'll tell you what. these get better and better, I think. They're more penetrating, the poetry. And yeah, I've become more and more impressed with Grandma Mary. I always was impressed with her, primarily because she raised Sarah, and then Sarah raised her, and Sarah raised Angelina, and look what they were able to accomplish with that. And that was worthy I think, of me being impressed. But now with this added, her art we've seen before in a lot of the videos. Now we see her words, her poetry, and that is such a beautiful thing. All right, guys, that'll wrap it up for this one. Thanks for watching. Remember, June 1st, 2025, only one you're ever going to have, so go out and make it a special day. Bye-bye.
Kiss me out of the beaded barley nightly beside the green, green grass. Swing, swing, swing the spinning step. You wear those shoes and I will wear the dress. So kiss me beneath the milky twilight. Lead me